Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. In the last episode, we worked on making books, printing books at the printing press, and we now have 3 printing presses running, but it may not be enough. I did have space for one more, so I may have to do that. In the meantime, we also have an overabundance now of pretty much every kind of food. Actually, not just pretty much, totally much, every kind of food. So now we don't have to worry about food supplies probably ever again. The longest drought we can see is Folktails on normal is 9 days, and with the water supplies we have, the damming we have built, we're pretty safe. Today what I want to do, I have researched, I've gained the 12,000 science needed for the next thing. Then we need to unlock that. I've left 4 science inventors running just because kind of why not, and they give me the bonus of having a little bit more if I want to go ahead and unlock these other things that are a bit cheaper, other than the bridges that are a bit more expensive. But we need to get this started because I want to get it finished in this episode, and it is enormous. I think that's probably a good place to put it, right there. Let's see what the angle of it looks like here. Although I would like to actually put it right there. So let me delete this and put it right there in the corner. Let's see, which way do you want to face? I'll make it face this way. Face this way, yeah. I guess it's not really direction. It's maybe southeast, depending on how you look at it. We could put that scarecrow back up, though, just so we have it. Let's just do that, maybe over here. Although it doesn't really get us a whole lot because, well, we could put a couple more in. Why not, right? We got the time, we got the space, we got the money. They don't cost that much. 10 paper and 5 logs. This is the monster. 400 planks, 200 gears, 300 metal blocks. We do have sufficient planks. We have a whole bin full of them. We're a little struggling on the gears. We might actually need some more gear factories in this base. We could probably even swap one of the existing lumber mills for a gear factory. Maybe that's a good idea. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planks and only 2 gears, so maybe we could do that. That means we could have to delete this, which we lose everything that's in it. On the other hand, who cares at this point? And we'll flip this around and put it in there. And I took the one out in the middle, by the way, because, or one of the ones in the middle, by the way, because if I had taken out this one, then these two would have lost their connection to power, because power passes through. So I took out one of the ones that were in the middle because the power is running along the shaft as well. Which I did that mostly because I had the space, but also it makes useful for that purpose that I hadn't even planned for. I also want to kick the speed up to maximum because I want to get through this build in this episode, and we're only 24 planks into the whole thing. Now, if I had more workers here, which I do have 7 children, plus 2 more empty spots here, then I could assign more to it. All 8 that were here all became dead and became children again. So we need to wait for them to grow up, and then we can assign more workers here to the builders, which means they'll go and get their junk and build their junk. Well, actually, you know what? We could back some of these out and then put the spaces back in, and that way we actually do get the 4 here. Let them get working on this build as fast as possible, and we could even put up, if we had the extra builders, we could even put up a builder's hut, and then those builders would help focus that down. But then we'd have to have workers to assign to it, which we don't have. We do have, though, 12 unemployed people scattered around the world here. None here. Hopefully you don't have any. Okay, good. Hopefully you don't have anything dangerous that's empty. What about here? 4 unemployed here. Wait, why did that drop? I know why that dropped. That dropped because of this. There was only actually 4 unemployed. The crazy water flooding thing is still happening, even though I just reloaded the game. You 4 can get assigned in there, I suppose. There's good, there's good, there's good. I think that's kind of all the buffery type of buildings. What did I have? Oh, it's a lodge, not a storage. I thought that was a warehouse. What do I have a little warehouse here for? Because it's short in that shape. Because it's in a hole. Alright, so we have 2 still unemployed here, and that's fine. I'll leave it alone. What's going on up here? Yeah, we need these 6 children to grow up someday soon. For sure. Alright, and down here we should just have... We should actually be at 0 here because I have 3 assigned here. Actually, no. We have... Oh, we have 2 that are children. Okay. That's fine. We'll leave that opening there. And then down here... Did I already look at this one? I think so, yeah. But that should help matters with the planks and the gears and the stuff, because these gears won't even ship out until it's at 1,000 or at 100. So, yeah, not at 1,000. So we need to definitely have those gears shipping out, although it's not that bad. And in fact, we may have the same but opposite problem now because I'm going to ship 400 planks from here over to there, and then it's going to replenish. But it'll be all right. It'll be all right. If what I'm looking at is correct, this is going to be the final episode in this series. We've pretty much built everything, other than having a reasonable supply of books, which we actually could accommodate another book bindery here now. Printing press. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We have the supplies. This means it's going to take 30 gears away from here, but that's fine. And the metal blocks is fine too because... well, we have 200, and we're making them like crazy right now. So we're good to go on that, I think, too. I mean, we have a little over 200 system-wide. I mean, that's 30 in each district that they're being shipped to, minus what's being spent. We need to get up to 300, but as they keep hauling, they can haul this entire thing down to 0, unless I set a minimum, which I may have. I did set a minimum of 30, so they can haul it down to 30, but as they keep hauling it, they're going to keep making it. And there's some in here, well, I guess not anymore, but there's some in there too that could be used. So, and these guys are more than able to keep up with the harvesting of the scrap. In fact, let's make this look a little bit, well, a little bit better. Close that off. Maybe I should even move this one. Let's pause this one. You're actually going to get another job someplace else. Oh, here, probably. Yeah. That's the only thing that I kind of am not happy with, is that they seem to... I should do this. They seem to not have a job priority system. So, like, you can't say, I want to make sure I always have workers in the water buildings, and then in the food buildings, and then in this building, and then in that building. You kind of have to... you kind of just have to micromanage them, which is kind of aggravating, especially when you have this many districts. So that's why I was talking about in the previous episode, I think, that I don't think I will have any other real districts besides the home district. And 4 flooded buildings again. This still bothers me. It's got to be a bug, because they had it working, it seemed, and then it's come back again. Nope, this one, you all can go away. I'm going to have some fun over there. I suppose I could also put in like a stairway here as a shortcut to that, just to kind of give these builders something to do. And also, then they don't have to come all the way around here to get up there. Because we already had put this shortcut in, so they didn't have to come up here to go around. I think that's a nice thing to do. You're still emptying out the scrap in there. But I do want to build a new, nope, here. New scavenger flag up here. And then I'm going to do the same with this one and make it idle again. And then put a new one in here as well. Just so they're a little bit closer to that. I think that's nice. And these don't cost anything, I don't think. No, they don't cost anything at all. That's fine. And then when they empty this thing out, I should do that too. When they empty this thing out, then I'll delete that one too. Micromanaging a little, yes. And they are still wearing that down. Great. How much has made it here? Oh, almost a third. Doing pretty well. Planks are all done. That's great. And even then, we still are keeping up pretty good with the plank production here. We are printing books like crazy. We have 462 paper in stock. We have 82 books in stock. I think I set this at export over 100. Yeah. So they should hopefully start exporting those soon. We do have 89 people who are book educated, book learned, and there's only 66 in this one. So we have actually exported a few books, which I'm happy with. Were they here? They were here. Some of them at least were here. So if we can keep up with that, that would be awesome. Yeah, we have a ridiculous amount of every food now. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Just for fun. I want to go around and distribute double the amount of carrots. Just for fun. There. Just to give our carrot haulers something else to do. Although right now they're hauling metal, so maybe that wasn't a great idea. But hey, what are you going to do, right? And up here. There you go. And I do like how the game pauses when you're editing those numbers. That way you don't have a, oh, hey, they need 1,000 more. Oh, wait, no, they don't. Kind of a situation going on. All right. Yeah, that's working out fairly well, I think. I kind of am annoyed that the printer here, or the paper mill here, is oriented differently than the rest of the buildings in the entire, like, line of things. Like, these are all oriented with the door on the short side, short side, short side, short side, paper, long side. I mean, these are 2x3 and these are 2x4, but still, it's the short side, except for paper. It's kind of a weird thing. I'm glad that they fixed it so that you could connect it to any point except for the door itself. Power-wise, but I kind of wish they would orient the building differently. But the building does look nice. I do agree with that. I do appreciate that it does look nice. It's just kind of a nitpicky thing, I guess. I think I'll just go ahead and unlock these decorations. We don't really need them. I'm not going to bother with them. Oops. Oh, not a science points. Ha! I'm not going to bother with them because they just... I mean, they cost planks, or metal, or logs. And they don't do anything. There's no aesthetic benefits to them like there are to the other things in this category, not counting the bench. So I don't really see the point in them. Also, can beavers really sit on a bench? I guess they can. What else have we not built, not looked at, not something? I think really the only other thing that I can think of is the irrigation tower. And I'll unlock that just for fun. And then other than that, it's I guess, the triple floodgate and then the suspension bridges in the different sizes that we don't need either. So we've kind of done everything. I just would like for this to finish. This might end up being a little bit shorter of an episode because I'm kind of just waiting for that to process and waiting for this flooding to stop. Okay, so note to self, if you do something like this again, put the farmhouses up off a level and just have a staircase going up to them. That way you don't have to worry about this. And I could, to be fair, destroy these and put them the right way. Or put them that way. But on the other hand, it's kind of one of those, like, why don't... They should just fix the bug. And leave it fixed. I know software development's a thing. A pain. So I'm not judging or anything. It's just one of those things where it's like, it'd be nice if we could just have it work. See, that's how low it is now. It's kind of it's like varying by almost a whole block, and I was rushing back in again. But is it going to stabilize? And yeah, if I had this channel twice as wide, then it would stabilize faster. I mean, there's a lot of water rushing in here and a lot of water rushing back out again. But why is it doing that? I don't understand. Is it because of this? Is this not able to vent enough water fast enough because it's a dam? Should it be a half-height floodgate instead? I don't think so, because that should still only be going up to 80% or whatever. Let's actually put a gauge, what's it called? No, where are those at? Water, probably. There they are. Depth marker. Here, maybe. Put one... This would be good, like here. And then maybe one on this side as well. Or even back here. just to kind of see. We could look at these numbers and see. We have one. There's one here. We have one here. Suppose I could put one here as well. I want to put it all the way down on the floor. Not on the ledge. But that should be fine. I guess that's as good as anything else. Right there. And they appear to be taller depending on how deep the water is they're in. Maybe? Yeah, this is at 0.83, and I keep calling these 83%, or 80% rather. Maybe they're 75%, whatever it is, height-wise. Maybe they're 70%. I'm not sure where they're at, but they're not as low as 50. But they're not at 1 either, which is where the floodgates and the levees come into play. The floodgates being adjustable by a half height, and the levees being even full height numbers. How are we doing here? 5 unemployed. Okay, I can put them. Nope. Here. Nope. Okay, so they're just living it. All right, they're living their best life there. 0 unemployed here still, but I did have these spaces opened up. Let's make sure they're open still. They weren't. Here, 4 unemployed. You're good. You're good. You're good. I think that's okay then. We could always add another printing press here. But I think it's chugging along pretty nicely. We are maintaining just about 100 books, which we do have some being distributed, so that's good too. Let's see, we have 6 unemployed here, so we're good there. All those children growing up helps matters. 4 unemployed here. We could put a couple more in this, or I could have put them all in here. That's probably the better option. We don't really need builders on a steady basis. We need the haulers more. Although maybe I should back one of them out. Just so we have 1 spare floater. And here we have 1 unemployed, which is what I would like to have. That's great. We have had a lot of growing up in the last day or 2. Maybe 3. How's it going? Near about 2/3 of the way there in the gears. About 80% of the way there, a little more than 80% of the way there on the metal blocks. We have plenty of metal blocks here still, I think. No, we do not. And I think I'm holding back 30, what we found out. If only I had a memory. Yep, 30. So they're now shipping as fast as they're being made. We could make them faster. We do have 2 unemployed people here, so we could make another one of these, but I don't think that's necessary. We don't need that many more, right? 80 more. That'll take a couple more in-game base to make, I guess. And then, no, just over 50 more. We need 80 more gears, and as soon as they're being made, they're being shipped, pretty much. Although I don't understand if I'm not building anything in this district, which was the last thing in this district I built. That probably, or this rather. Which did take 30 gears. But it's been a couple of days. So I can't believe that's the case. Did I build something else here? I have a memory of having just built something else here that I don't remember now what it was. Or maybe they're not even really making it here. They're getting shipped out almost immediately straight out of the factories, the workshops. That could be. Water supplies are doing really, really, really well in every district, all full. So that means we have enough pumps to keep the water full. We're also managing to keep this channel full, which helps with the keeping everything green. I suppose we could blast this down to make more trees grow here. That might not be a bad idea. The biggest problem with that's going to be that I have to dig a path over there, I think. Because we're not going to be able to do a lot of it otherwise. Let's go, I think, about that far, maybe. At least I could square this off a little. Let's do a... where's it at? Here, there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I think I can go one more with the road. And I think I'll go just this far. This far. No further. And yeah, I'll blast that line out too. And actually, that's probably okay because it's on kind of at an angle and such. Here they go. Give them guys something to do. Give the dynamite... we have 532 explosives stockpiled. We have 353 paper stockpiled, which is pretty good considering the fact that we're making explosives from the paper and making books from the paper. But then again, one book is only one paper. But 3 paper makes 1 explosive, so it's not a bad deal. Yeah, once we get that, we'll get a lot more boost here. I think, though, that we probably could use some more rooftop terraces, at least in this district. And they definitely could use some more knowledge here in this district. So let's convert this to another rooftop terrace. We need the space of 3. And then I want to take this out and put a 2 in here, just for fun. Let's see, you're going to need to have turn 1, 2, 3. And then we need a roof. No, that's here under decoration somewhere. There it is. 1 by 2 right there. And then we do leisure and a rooftop terrace there. And they're actually having problems with getting enough aesthetics from the roofs, which is interesting because they've got roofs on almost every single one of their houses, or at least adjacent to every single one of their houses. So I don't understand why they're having a problem with that. Can you build roofs on top of these fancy? Yes, you can. Interesting. Not on top of those, but anything that's... These are still solid. Even though they're weirdly shaped, these count. So something like... I should have done this. Where's that crazy thing at? Here. Something like this pedestal, this metal platform, could be built on top of one. I guess it can't because it's got to be built on the ground. But it can be built like this over top of, or hanging over the top of, which I guess that can actually be done with other things too. But there was a spanning thing like with housing and with something else that I was looking at. We were looking at before in another episode where we could like span stuff between buildings. Don't remember what it was. Maybe I'm misremembering something. Unless it was just the bridges that I was thinking of, which could be. But yeah, we can build on top of these too, even though they're differently shaped. You just got to respect the shape, obviously. So that's nice. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's a bit better now. Rooftop terrace. They could actually use another campfire too. Is that room for no one there? Let's put another one in there. Leisure. This stuff is so cheap that might as well. And I want to get the central district totally up to par here. And something keeps going up and down here. I think it might be the roofs. So maybe I do need to put some in kind of elsewhere in the town here. We could do the... oh, this is what I was talking about. The 3x2 roof that is buildable. So I'm assuming that you could build these, you know, like apart from each other, like over here. Like this, and then span something between them also. Although maybe not because they are sloped. Probably not because they're sloped. Interesting. Let's do that there. And I don't even know where else to really put roofs at because nothing else really has... I mean, I could put them on the ground, but nothing else has the effect of it. So I don't know where else even to put these. We did get up to 16. Must be the books doing well. Roofs say they're actually fine because they're at night. Right now they're sleeping under them. Beaver statue, we could use one more beaver statue in this thing probably. Let's see, where do we have... Oh yeah, we could use some more. Let's do ideally one down here. Maybe I should take out... And here comes another drought. Take out this one. Take out this one. Not that we need these. Or because we don't really need these. Let's do a regular beaver statue right here. There. These have a nice area of effect. Do one like this maybe. Looking out over the whatchamacallit there, over the shrub. You can go there. And you can go there. That looks nice. And that should help matters. And those cost next to nothing, so I don't don't mind doing it. Okay, we're down to now 30 more gears. Metal is good, but we need a few more gears, and that'll just take a few more minutes to make. So maybe this episode won't end early, but it's not going to go long, or I'm not going to have to do any clipping with it. Yeah, it's going up and down throughout the day. I think they're not able to spend enough time in these buildings, including in their houses, so the roofs go up and down depending on... The roof satisfaction goes up and down depending on what time of day it is. As it gets later in the day, so we're 60% of the way through this day, we know because of the warning here only. As it gets later in the day, their rooftop happiness goes down, and then as it gets later into the night, then it goes back up again. Like that. And so does their campfire and rooftop terrace happiness, because they're able to actually spend the time in them. Presumably also the fun and the... do that. The fun and the spirituality too. Although this is actually handling quite well the load, but then again it can handle 15 at the same time. Although so can this. No. 8. It's only 12, so that makes some sense. And it's dependent upon power actually working. But that looks good. As soon as we get this tribute to ingenuity done, it'll be good to go. Plus Deviant was telling me they had a different sound effect for that one than these other two. But not yet, at least. But maybe once it's built. Although I think these were doing it when they were still not yet built. But I could be misremembering too. I'm assuming that the Iron Teeth are going to make much more use of ruins. Going into this, I was expecting the Folktails to use more than one set of ruins. And I don't really know why I didn't build up here first. I guess because I wanted to eventually do this over here. So I said, well, let's just start establishing a base over here, a district over here. But in the end, I didn't really even need to do that. I could have done it all here. And if I'd have done some terraforming in this district, I probably could have housed everyone that needed everything in this district. We wouldn't have needed 201 beavers. We would have probably only needed maybe 150 beavers or something, because a lot of them are kind of wasted, redundant, by the fact that we have, actually probably even less than that, because we have all this distribution going on, and we have, I guess we have 6 distribution centers, all taking 8 people, so that's 48 right there. We might have been able to get away with fewer hauling posts than the 5 we have, fewer than the 20 builders we have here, because we're not doing that much building. And with fewer people, then we need fewer people. We need fewer people doing farming. grilling, baking, milling. We need, all the food prep stuff. We need fewer people for that too. So we could have easily gotten it down well below 150 people, beavers, and had a much more stable base, I think, if we'd have just done a single district. Blast all that, and then let's build it again. Oh, I forgot to do this. Well, crap. That's fine. Let's delete that to there. And then dynamite. I like blasting at night. A, you can see it better, and B, it wakes the beavers up. Not really B. 15 gears left. And so we go. I can probably start spreading these out while they're doing the last ones. Yeah. Blast. And then we'll do a stairway here. You can see they're building them down here. That one... Yeah, we need a little bit of a road in here. That can be enough? No. Okay, pause for a moment. Let's cancel. Oh, wait. Maybe it's fine. It's fine. I don't have the stairs built yet. It's fine. Fine, just fine. We'll double check. Right now. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Build away. And they can't get to them from this way because they're actually too far away, as you could see. These ones were probably fine, but this row here is too far. But we can spread more explosives out here. And here. And I have a ridiculous amount of explosives now. I love it. Of course, living through those 2 droughts were definitely part of it. 2 more gears. But that's fine too. Did I? No, I did not. Let's go ahead and... Oops. Do this. So they can cut those trees. Forgot about that. It's kind of weird how that you can do that for trees, but you can't do it for crops. You would think that there would be the same thing for crops where, hey, only pick the crops in this place or something like that. If you're doing it for trees, why not do it? Why not both? Especially because they have a limited range anyway. And our drought is here. Our gear should be here momentarily. I assume. Here they come. Maybe. There they come. And the build. And it's done. That's cool. And... Wow! Oh, it needs power. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Now we gotta power this thing up. I don't have really any power here. We're just gonna do a windmill. I was totally not paying attention to it. And did not know. How much power does it need? 600 horses. Alright, well, we'll give it, Now I've got myself in a little bit of a pickle. Let's go here, and... Wait, no, no. I might have just wasted materials. But that's okay. We'll do this instead. Unpause. An elbow here. T. Make sure I get it right. There. And a drive shaft there. Build away. We'll get it done. This is an 8-day drought. Oh, pause. Pause, please. We need to take the workers out of all the pumps. So that we don't dry up the land. Now let's take the worker out of this dump. There. And finally, here. Alright, so this episode actually is full length. Oh, well. Are you bringing... Oh, okay, you must have been en route when the night ended. And, of course, the wind died. Because, of course, it did. And this is going to require a few more gears, but it'll be fine. We'll get them in. No problem. We are distributing books pretty well. Actually, they're dropping Null pretty good here. We have 190 educated beavers colony-wide right now. You all are doing pretty well. You need a terrace. Oh, you don't have any terraces over here? Oh, well, we'll have to remedy that. Let's do a fake terrace. Because I don't think I have any rooftops to put a terrace on. Let's make a fake terrace over here. Well... let's see if this will work. Yes, it does. Oopsie. Forgot about that little quirk. Yeah, fun's gonna go down, and you could use some more roofs, which is weird. Well, let's do some roofs. Let's cheese some roofs. Let's do this and this. This and this. Do the same here. These are fairly cheap. Anywhere else I can put them on the housing, though? No. No, you can put them on the ground, too, but... which is kind of interesting. You can put roofs on the ground. But you can't put rooftop terraces on the ground. Alright, are you ready to blow? Yes, but let's delete this as well. I'll have to do that one later. Do those three. Alright, nighttime. Sleepy, sleepy. Actually, this episode's long. Silly Wally, what do you get for making predictions? Yeah, gears. Alright, so it's just a matter of... well, it's a matter of power right now. Let's just do this. Let's, override this for right now. Send those 50 gears out. Presumably to that district. Okay, you can get lost, and you can get lost. Do one more. And they can finish this up. Here they come. Alright, let's go blow this up, though. I think that's a good place to start. Oh, I forgot these are two separate pieces. Alright, now we can do maple trees. Here. To there. And we can do tree cutting. There. To there. And then I just want to delete this road. Because I don't know that that's where I would want it to go anyway. So why bother having it? Alright. Now, have you built those? You have. We have no wind, so we can't do that. Once the wind kicks up, then we can hopefully have it. Let's come back here and reset this to 100. Like that. And then Come on, wind. And I'm assuming that they don't get anything from it until it's actually working. Yeah. No carousel fun either because there's no wind. A little annoying. Should go run and check all my water buckets to make sure that we're not running too dry in any of the communities. Did you all get your rooftop bonus now? So you're just worried about the tribute to ingenuity, which is too expensive right now to build anywhere else, and the carousel because we just got power back. All right, let's take a look. Oh, that's cool. That is quite cool. And even little things even pop out. That is neat. And all the little beavers doing all the little work. Well, I think that's a great place to end the episode. It's not getting all the power it needs, but it's fine. I think it's a great place to end the episode. We basically have satisfied all their needs, although I don't know why it's still not showing that. But we have accounted for all their needs. Maybe this just takes a while. Maybe it needs full power, which means I need to put up another windmill here, just in case. I could, but I think, yeah, look, the power's going way down on it, and it's not showing anything. All right, we'll do it. And I think maybe I should just put it in down here, which means I need to replace this with one of these now. And I could have just done them all that way to begin with. Priority on this, please. Hopefully we have enough gears in stock in this district. Looks like we do. Maybe. Yeah, looks like we do. They can build that quickly. Maybe we can get this to kick on. I guess I should have built it up here, but I really don't have room. It's quite crammed stuff. And the power's only getting worse. Not better. Hopefully the wind will kick up. Did we get any benefits? Any benefits at all from it? Okay, now that's kind of bothering me a little bit. Because out of the 200 beavers we have, they should be getting some benefit from it, from walking past it, when it's partially working, not zero. And everyone who transports goods, everyone who lives in this district, they should all be getting something from it. And yeah, I could build more of these wind turbines, but I only have 13 gears, and I need to make more to distribute more, or change my distribution pattern again. But we're really low on gears. I think we're just going to leave it here. I'm happy with what we've done. We have completed the Folktails, as far as I'm concerned. We do have the thing built, even if it's not accounting for it for whatever reason. We do have it built, and that's the important part. Because I mean, you're never going to make anybody happy. So, so thank you all for joining me for this series. There's going to be a little bit of time between the end of this Folktale series and the start of Iron Tales. For those of you watching real time, that is. There are I'm gonna probably work through and finish up either Infescape or Against the Storm, or both. And if you're also watching this in real time, I believe it is Thursday when you're watching this episode. Tomorrow, there is a new update for another game coming out that I'm going to slot in a little bit with a feature episode or two. It's not going to be a very long series, another probably 2 episodes or so. Just to do a little feature. And then we'll work through the rest of Infospace and Against the Storm. And then once one or both of those are done, then we'll come back to Timberborn to play the Iron Teeth. So thank you all for joining me for this series. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.